So I'll give you a little story about kibble. So first you're going to have like grocery store kibble, and then you'll have high-end kibble, and then all the kibble in between. So we'll call the grocery store kibble Kibble A, right? They're going to use things like rendered protein, meat, use your imagination on that one. They're going to have like meat byproducts, meat meal. And some of these are brought in from other countries, not just the United States. And some could be brought in from China. And there's been a lot of recalls with that. Then you have your upper end kibble. We'll call that Kibble B. Now, they're going to be grain-free, but first they're going to start with a protein too. So they'll use factory-farmed animals. And again, it may not be sourced from the United States. Unless it actually says on the bag, sourced from the United States and made in the United States, it's not. And you can believe them on that, because what they don't put in is just as important as what they do put in on the bag. And then they're going to be adding things like on the lower end, like ground corn, ground gluten, ground wheat, soybean flour. Does that sound good, Dr. Gundry?
Yummy.
And then on the higher end, they're going to be adding things like pea protein, potato starch, garbanzo bean flour. I mean, we're trying to make a dough here because we need to make a dough so we can make a kibble. Now, don't forget about all those delicious fruits and vegetables, right? You see them on the bag. They're gorgeous. Look at the cranberries and the blueberries. Not so fast. Those are all powdered. Many of them are lectin-loaded vegetables, but it's in a powder form, sometimes bought from third parties. So really what's in it, we don't know. They put that in, but before they put it through the extruder, they're going to add a synthetic vitamins and minerals to shore up the food. So it can be, it's not ever going to be an appropriate food, but at least we're not going to be killing our animals. It's a slow death, don't get me wrong, but at least the vitamins and minerals are there. Then they add natural coloring, which it can be a dye on side A, which can be very, very dangerous and unhealthy for your pet. And then on the other side, they might use like beet juice to make that piece of kibble look like a yummy piece of meat. I remember getting some kibble once. My friend was putting it out for her cat, and one of it was green, and she goes, "Doesn't that look like a beautiful pea?" And I'm thinking to myself, that is not a pea. Trust me. It's just green dye. I mean, come on, we're smarter than that, right? Okay, so now we have a dough, and now we're going to take that dough, we're going to put it through an extruder, which is going to make it very, very hot so it can cook all the good stuff that could possibly be left in that food, and of course, all the bad. And then it's going to be pushed out into a little shape that is kibble. But before it goes in the bag, they're going to spray it with some really weird animal fat and natural flavors. And so your dog and cat will be like, that doesn't smell too bad. Perhaps I'll take a bite of it. It's not good for your animals. I don't care. I mean, look at it. Does it look like real food? And I think we all can agree that we should be feeding our animals, just whole fresh foods.